Hi, art students. I'm here to show you today how to draw a pumpkin. So pause the video if you want to slow down. We drew an oval or a circle shape, and then a slight U line where we're going to draw the stem. The stem has two lines. You can curve it any way you want. Let me pause it here for a second. You can draw that stem with two lines there, and then the top of the stem is going to have a circle or oval on that, and you'll see that in a minute. Next, we're going to draw these lines that come down from the pumpkin, and they have to curve the same direction as the general shape of the pumpkin. Please draw lightly. So you see on the left, they curve to the left. On the right, they curve to the right. When you get up to the top, you'll see how I just drew those lines behind the stem. We're going to now draw kind of like bumps at the bottom and around. You saw I did it at the top. Look, we draw like a U line at the bottom of each of these sections of the pumpkin, I'll call them. Use your eraser and clean up the extra marks. You'll see this is really loose and sketchy and not perfect. And that's how you learn, that's how you draw. So we have our pumpkin shape now. And again, you can clean up extra lines now or at the end. We're going to start shading these pumpkins. There we go. Just kind of getting the basic form set up. Okay, so we're going to shade from light to dark in each of these sections. Just like when we were shading forms, a pumpkin is a form as well. So shading dark, look at how I'm pressing lighter in the middle of it. And then use your finger to blend. I think maybe even better than a finger would be a Q-tip. If you have a Q-tip you could use. And you don't have to get a new Q-tip every time. You could just have one Q-tip with your drawing pencil as part of your little art kit that you just make at home. So again, I've got dark there on the right side of that section, a little bit lighter in the middle. And then after I blend, I like to go back in sometimes and add a little bit more. You'll see some areas I'll need to clean up later too. Same thing for each of these sections, going light to medium to dark. Medium, and then again blending, leaving some white. If you blend too far and you don't have any white, it's not a big deal. Just use your eraser, erase out the part that's supposed to be white, and then blend it again with your finger. So shading dark, a little bit lighter for the middle section. And then blend. There you go. So we're going to do this all the way around. And again, pause the video because I sped up the video. I don't draw this fast. No one draws this fast. So take your time. Maybe this takes you a couple different settings to do. You don't have to do it all at once. Check the due date. I've given you at least a few days to do this. So now what we're going to do is go along the bottom and add a little bit of shading on the bottom. Look at how I'm using the direction of the bottom of the pumpkin. So basically I'm shading in like a U-line shape to kind of match the bottom shape of the pumpkin. We shade the bottom a little bit because the bottom of a pumpkin curves under a little bit. And that just means there'd be a little bit, it would be a little bit in the shadows. So a pumpkin stem has a really unique texture. So we're going to add some lines, little shading towards the bottom, little shading in that circle, blend it out. So again, use your eraser, use your shading to make this a little bit smoother. We're going to do a shadow at the bottom, a very, very simple shadow. I could talk about shadows longer, but we're just going to do a simple one for this. Use your eraser to kind of clean up the shape. This just shows that it's sitting on a table or on a surface. So here's a finished pumpkin. There's other videos online to check out if you want, but just enjoy, have fun, do it yourself, and happy drawing.